Hello and welcome back to another session of Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod. Um, First off, I gotta say thanks to all of y'all out there. I've recently hit 250 subscribers on YouTube, and I really appreciate it. I really try not to mention click this, hit this button, the bell, etc., etc. I'm not trying to mention that stuff all the time, but I do notice when you guys do it, and thank you very much for continuing to support. Obviously, this isn't enough of a following to make any, big waves or anything, but it's cool. I like just showing what I've built up and helping the community out, because honestly at the end of the day this is still just a mobile game, and I appreciate your support and helping me help everyone else. That's all I can do, right? Thank you once again. Now, as a celebration, since we've hit 250 subs, I've said I was going to do something a little special, and well, today we're going to make this all about supports. I've been asked this before, how to figure out what supports to use on who and when and why and how, etc., etc. And many people just glaze by them, not giving them a second thought. And these are 6 of them that you can just glaze by. You can never give a second thought, because unless you're going to go really hard in the PvP game, you're never going to get a single one. I'm not saying that to be negative, it's just how it is. You only get one of these stones if you're first place in a PvP, and it's not it's a lot of work to get one of these. And is it even worth it? I mean, you look at the stats on them, there's little extra bits of AP generation, crit tile stuff, chances to make countdowns, etc., etc., right? It's cool, don't get me wrong, it is not bad at all. It's not like you turn your nose up at these. The problem I have is that you have to go in PvP really, 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 really hard. Put your all in it. Break your back doing this, setting timers and making sure you're on top of the game, especially the last hour or two when you're pushing hard to make sure you stay on top for an item that you can't use in PvP. If you know supports at all, you know you can't use these outside of PvE or the story events, boss events, stories, Deadpool dailies, stuff like that. But you can't use them in PvP. So I don't see the purpose in gunning for them that hard, because it's just your return doesn't even help you in the thing that you busted your back over. Now, what I would do to get these is everything else. They're finally, as of lately, starting to give these out more regularly. Why should we care? Why do you even care about supports? I guess we should start there. Supports give you a bonus to your equipped character, and it depends on the support, who it can be equipped to, what stats it gives, what little bonuses, and sometimes there's special things for special characters. For instance, the Royal Talon Fighter. If you don't know, you should know. It's one of the best supports in the game because it supports one of the best characters in the game. Okoye gets a nice mighty boost to a bunch of important things, especially her synergy perk, which helps her generate more team up AP, which supports her very, very, very powerful black passive ability, Wakanda Forever. So there's some like this that are just kind of self-explanatory. Other supports, not so much. Like this one, SP//DR, or come on, let's call it what it is. It looks like spider, right? Yeah. I use it on Cyclops here, 5-star Cyclops. Why? Because I get a big chance, 66% at level 200 to get 5 yellow AP when I start. Why him? Because his yellow increases the match damage of all of his teammates. And let's just say if you like using people like, Adam Warlock, Colossus, Shang-Chi, you put Cyclops next to him with something way of getting a lot of yellow, and you're going to have a very happy match damage person or team. So that's just my view of it. Let's get off of this though. Let's go back to the original thought I had, how to get them, and more reliably. Every month, we've been, well, it's on average every month, we've been getting what's called a puzzle gauntlet. It pops up under the story. Now, there's not one here right now, but I'm willing to bet there's going to be one popping up here within a week or two at most. They've been popping them up every 4 to 5 weeks, it seems, and I'm not mad at that whatsoever. A puzzle gauntlet is 10 stages, 5 that are kind of normal-ish, 3 that require you to use one certain character out of 5 on your team, and the other 2 which are one-on-one battles. These puzzle gauntlets go through and they test your ability to complete certain objectives without necessarily killing the opposing team. Sometimes you have to kill them, but even then, it's like through certain matters, like matching certain countdown tiles or keeping certain tiles alive, making a row of protects, a column of strikes, get the corners matched up like this, like that, etc., etc. They're pretty rough, but what you get at the end is a guaranteed 3-star or better of a chosen support. Every puzzle gauntlet gives you a certain one at 3-star or better. They started out with the Royal Talon Fighter, actually, and moved up from there. Well, I shouldn't say up, but moved throughout the support roster from there, every support gauntlet featuring a different one. I was lucky enough to get a 4-star Royal Talon Fighter. That's the only reason I have this one, is because thanks to the puzzle gauntlet. Again, I'm going to click in here and let you see. At the start of the turn, there's almost 13% chance to make a strike tile. When I make a team-up match, there's a chance to gain 2 extra team-up AP. When a supporter character fires power, there's a chance to deal extra damage to the enemy team, which, yes, is boosted by her black passive, Wakanda Forever, so it gets pretty nasty. The supporter character's base yellow match damage is increased by 14%. That's a percent, not just a raw number. That's really good. And then Okoye's powers cost 1 AP less for every 5 team-up AP she has, max reduction of 2. It means her 7 AP powers eventually end up costing 5, and when she gets to 10 team-up AP or more, which is easy to do when rank 2 shows its face. This is a very, very good support. All of it screams Okoye and helps her out in every single point of her game. Other supports aren't as obvious, like Lucky the pizza dog. He's a pretty good one. And if you look at the bottom, it mentions Kate Bishop Hawkeye. When Kate fires a power, increase one of your ruthless positions or looking for trouble countdown tiles by 1 turn. It's supposed to emulate Lucky the dog keeping her out of trouble a little bit longer. And that's cute, but we can do more. Look at the things that this does. Supporter characters' damage from enemy powers reduced by 495. So a little bit of damage negation. When a friendly special tile is matched, there's 65% chance to heal the supporter character for over 1,000 health. That's what I put my pin in, so to speak. And I'll get back to that in a second. Rank 3, when you make a match in the team's strongest color, there's a good chance to improve a friendly strike tile by 203. That's not the reason I'm here, but it's nice. Supported characters' critical multipliers increased by 1.4. That's pretty nice. You could definitely do some stuff with that, but I'm going to move on. Rank 5, characters' base purple match damage increased by an okay amount. This is all about rank 2 for me. Why? Why did I focus on rank 2? Well, it's got a high percent chance. 65%. Are you kidding me? It's over half the time you match a friendly special tile, you're going to get healed. Well, what does Iceman do? 5-star Iceman. Well, if you recount what he does, his blue passively makes countdown tiles that you need to match in order to get the effect out of them. He is green actively, so when you fire it, makes repeaters that do something on their own, or if you match them, you get an extra effect. Well, once again, something to match that is friendly. His yellow is passive, but what does it do? It makes a friendly countdown that if you match, it prevents you from taking more damage. He makes countdowns and repeaters constantly. That's his entire kit, and none of them are bad. It's not a bad character whatsoever. I do like to use him pretty frequently for those challenge nodes in Shield level 10 PvEs. And this rank 2, 65% chance to heal him, keeps him as a great tank. He's constantly getting health back because I'm constantly matching blue countdowns and my repeaters to do team damage. Team him up with Okoye, and all of a sudden you have really strong green repeaters on the field doing lots of damage when I match them. Okoye is boosting it with Wakanda Forever, and Iceman is healing himself while he's tanking with his yellow passive helping him do so. Yes, of course, that takes away from some of my precious team up AP, but do you know how much damage I negate and how much damage I can do with those repeaters? Plenty. So yes, Lucky the Pizza Dog I put on Iceman. I'm not saying you should. You probably have other uses for it. I'm going to go back into it just to point out something. Critical tile multiplier increased by 1.4. There's nowhere that says that you couldn't put that on Karnak or America Chavez or well, you get the point. Someone that plays with criticals more. You could put it on Shang-Chi if you want. He deals with purple match damage too, so that would increase that even more. Why not? The rank 1 would help protect him, and we all know Shang-Chi doesn't have any defensive capabilities, so that's always a nice plus. So there's that. Just look at the powers and see where they belong. You know, just because it says Kate Bishop at the bottom doesn't mean you have to put it there. Yes, are you turning down an extra bonus? Yes. But is it for the greater good? Also yes. Back to the support gauntlet, the puzzle gauntlet, I'm sorry. You also get a couple of tokens for, well, one or two, okay, I'm trying to remember now, I think it's 2 advanced support tokens, which, you know, scrolling down the list here, here's the supports. You get 2 of the advanced ones, which you actually got a chance, 1 out of 100, mind you, but a chance of pulling a 5-star support. They don't give those away for anything. Nothing, I tell you. So once again, another reason to play this the puzzle gauntlet is for that. 1 out of 10 to get a 4-star. It's not bad odds. 1 out of 3 to get a 3-star, and on down the line. So once again, if you're going to go for supports, I highly suggest going for the puzzle gauntlet, trying to complete at least 1 clear of every node. That'll give you everything you need to move on and support, pun intended, your roster even better. Also, the vaults, this Taco Vault Spicy, you can see I've made a big amount of pulls today. It took me 35 to get my Doc Ock out of there, but along the way, I got that beginner support token. I'm not gunning for that per se, but you could. If you're going to pull for the 4-star cover, you could always keep pulling until you get that support as well, because those basic or beginner support tokens have a chance of getting up to a 3-star support. I think even 4-star, if I remember correctly. Let me double check myself. Yep, up to a 4-star, 1 out of 50. I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, it's definitely worth having them. You can play this game without them. You don't need supports. However, why would you turn down free assistance? These sort of things definitely help a lot of your characters thrive. Another example, Corvus Glaive. You know, he's one of Thanos' lackeys, but why do I have him on Scorpion? Well, for one, he doesn't really mention anyone specific that it gives him a bonus, so you don't have to worry about that headache. But it says only equipped to villains, so I looked down his power set and said, what can I do with this? Start of the turn, chance to fortify a friendly special tile and deal damage. Did you know that he makes strike tiles just passively? Whenever the enemy casts an ability, when they cast a power, he makes a friendly strike tile. So odds are you're gonna have a friendly tile out there for him to fortify and deal damage upon doing that. And of course, that strike damage is going to go on top of that 1332 you see there. And of course, any other bonuses like Okoye or Apocalypse's damage boosters. But anyways, supported characters' base purple match damage goes up. That's always nice. Supported characters' maximum health increased. It's okay. Start of battle, there's a, here we go, 62% chance, yes, I'm rounding, to gain 3 purple AP. That's so good. 3 extra purple AP upon starting. This guy generates purple AP just for the enemy. What do you know? Casting a power. You're going to have enough purple to do his big ol' ability real fast. And if you know anything about Scorpion, he's all about that purple power of his. It's the best reason to use him. Put him in there with Okoye and watch the enemy team fall in PvE. You could use this on other people if you want. You could put it on, let's say, 3-star Deadpool to get to your whales faster. Well, wait, no, it said villains. My bad. Scratch that. I apologize. Let me hit swap support so we can be more accurate with what we say. If we're going to generate purple AP, let's do it right. You could put him on Green Goblin to get out his pumpkin bombs quicker. You could put it on Loki to get his shadow play working faster. I wouldn't put it on Thanos per se, but you could if you really wanted infinite power that much quicker. It could be helpful for stopping kitty-based teams from affecting the board, or Beta Ray Bill from making more projectiles. You can put it on Null if you wanted him to do his, I forget what it's called, but his purple is the ability to, if I remember correctly, to, you know what? I'm trying to remember the name of it, what it does exactly. I'll come back to it later. Point is, you can get your purple abilities rolling faster, and why wouldn't you? Why would you not take advantage of that if you have this option here on the side? I put it on Scorpion because I think it's fun to play around with him and Okoye sometimes. I'm not going to go through every single one of my guys, but I am going to give you some insight as to what choices I'm making and why. Like the element guns. That goes on Star-Lord, right? Look at that. Start of the... I only got 4 levels of it, but still. You know, there's a chance to gain 3 random AP for each Guardian of the Galaxy on the team. That's if I used it on Star-Lord. I'm not going to be using Star-Lord anytime soon. Why did I put it on Juggernaut? Well, look at this. When the supported character fires a power, there's almost a 50% chance of creating an attack tile. That's nice. Rank 3, I'm going to skip down to there. When a supported character makes a match, there's a 62% chance to fortify a friendly special tile. That's where I'm looking. That's what I'm looking at right there. Plus, he doesn't have yellow or purple match damage, and so just adding that on also helps him out a lot. If you notice, or if you've paid attention at all to Juggernaut, he gets extra match damage. He also has extra resistance to match damage. He also can do passive team damage by matching tiles with his symbol on them. So if he makes the match, he does team damage. So what do I do with Juggernaut more often than not when I use him? Team him up with Rocket and Kitty. That way you have boosted strikes going on out there. He's matching tiles with his symbol on them whenever I get the chance. And by doing that, he's got the chance to fortify his tiles, which means then you can safely match them and keep the strike. It basically allows me to play Kitty, Rocket, Juggernaut teams to do team damage constantly and not worry about my special tiles going away due to haphazard plays. So yes, once again, another example of why you could use your support on a different character. You don't have to use what they tell you. Korg is an example of someone I do use this on. The synergy perk is nice, you know, protect tile whenever he fires off something. But I like that rank 3. There's a chance to gain 3 yellow AP. Do I use Thor's yellow? No. I do team Thor quite often with Okoye. And who likes yellow? Okoye. So right there is worth it. It gets Okoye running faster. So think of it, stuff like that too. You can use it on a character, but not intend it for them. There's another example of that I had over back here. Excuse me for a moment. Scrolling. Here we go. The Sanctum Sanctorum, equipped to heroes. when you look at the Immortal Hulk, do you think hero? I don't, but I have to remind myself, yes, he is a hero. Rank 3, start of the battle. There's a 53% chance to gain 5 yellow AP. So, if I team him with Okoye, there's a chance that she's almost ready to fire off her yellow right off the bat. Plus, supporter character takes less damage from enemy matches. That's always nice because, I don't know, just an extra little bit of protection. We're not here for that, though. We're here for that rank 3 yellow. Doctor Strange isn't going to miss the Sanctum Sanctorum. He's out and about in the multiverse right now. Right? This sort of trend continues throughout all the characters. I'm sure if you've played around with supports at all, you've noticed Kitty and Chewie are great companions, even though, it doesn't say anything about that in there. There's nothing about him attached to him. But supporter character makes a match, there's a 37% chance to create a strength blah attack tile. That's great. You're making tiles for Kitty to buff? Yes, please. And then when a friendly power is fired, there's a chance to remove an enemy special. It helps her get her purple to fire off quicker and do that extra damage. Like, Chewie is made for Kitty. Even though Lockheed, I don't even have him equipped to anyone that matters right now. It's actually my least leveled support. No real reason why. Nothing against Lockheed. I just don't have a big use for that ability. There's a 4% chance to fortify a random friendly special tile. It's at the start of the turn, and it's a small percent chance right now. Now, of course, if I level it up, it'll get better, but it won't. I'd put money down that it doesn't get stupidly good, but my only reason for saying that is because it says at the start of the turn. Every single support that says at the start of the turn is like a low percent chance. So that's kind of my nod to say, oh, okay, that's what you do. Karnak. He doesn't have a special support, but that's what the Kimoyo beads are for. You might think they're a Black Panther thing. Nah. Supporter character's blue damage increase? That's okay. Critical tile multiplier increase. Yes, please. Because who makes crits all the time? Karnak and his blue. Just another example. Put it on who's going to benefit the most from it. Who else could you do? I mean, I put the Yaru. Yaru goes on anybody, but you could put it on Nebula for that extra little bonus, right? Meh. I like it on Samurai Dakin over here. Start of the battle is a chance to have 5 green AP. Do you know he only needs 9 to fire off that ability of his? And then after that, it gets him 3 more green. So then you only need 6. You're just jump starting that train even quicker. And plus, he has a regeneration ability. So now when he regens health, when he gets low and he regens himself, he's going to heal more. Not a bad deal. I just did this one today, and I'm not done leveling up the Black Widow batons lately, but sometimes I play around with Drax. Why did I give Drax the Black Widow batons? I mean, I could give him to Black Widow, where she gets this extra chance of defilade? I don't know. Lemonade. No, I don't need that. What I do need is that rank 3 ability. At the start of the turn, there's a 13% chance to create a 3-turn blue countdown that stuns a random enemy for 1 turn. Why does that matter? His purple states, for every countdown on the board when he casts or uses his purple, his strike tile that he makes is that much stronger. It gets stronger per countdown that's out there. He's meant to be a team character. Okay? Also, when countdowns expire, he does his purple passive, which basically, his secret weapon attack. So he pops out and does more damage. So it's an extra chance of having an extra countdown out there, which will make his purple strike tile stronger and give him another reason to use secret weapon more often. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Not at all. I'd rather put this here, and hopefully one day we get rank 5 so you can start with that purple AP to get that strike even quicker. But then again, it is a lot of purple. I'd probably put it on someone I use more often. I don't know if I need to say more. I think you kind of get the idea so far. Here's another example. 3-star Hulk. Why did I put Sharon Carter on Hulk? Well, when I use 3-star Hulk, I love it if I can get him to tank. Because his anger, his black passive ability, says, hey, when he gets hit for 5% or more of his health and damage, he creates a countdown, which does some team damage to the enemy and your allies, but very tiny bit to your allies. Mix that with some strikes or some sort of booster of some sort, and all of a sudden you have a ton of damage being returned to the enemy passively. Passive damage return. So I put this on him to increase his red and blue match damage to help him tank more often over his 3 and 4-star brethren. The crit tile thing is there too. You could use that on something else, but I kind of like the idea of having Hulk tank more often when I have to use a 3-star Hulk. I think you're starting to see the point, right? Quantum Realm, I pick and choose based on that rank 1. It's a chance to start with 5 purple AP. Yes, please. And that purple is needed to get up in the air. I had the packet radio on Loki just to get him tanking on more colors, but honestly, I don't think I need that anymore. I could probably switch that to Hulk, honestly. Make him tank the green and red even better, but neither here nor there. Hydra Henchman, chance to fortify a random friendly special tile. He makes that like every turn. He makes a friendly special tile. Having a chance to fortify that means it's going to stay out there and do its thing. I think you get it now, right? You get it. Some of these are very important for what they do too. Like I find Polaris to be really nice with Vibranium Ore. Rank 4, when you make a match in the team's strongest color, there's a chance to gain an extra AP of that color. You could always plan around that. Also, rank 2, when you make a match 4 or greater, create a strength 126 protect tile. How many times you've seen Beta Ray Bill team with Polaris? Start to make sense? You put that, now of course in PvP this doesn't matter so much because it's not going to come into effect, but in PvE, you put obviously Polaris and Beta Ray Bill and 4-star Thanos together, you're making more protects more often. Not to mention rank 1 is throwing in just a little extra damage like Salt on the Wound. And of course Polaris takes less damage from enemy matches at rank 3. This whole support screams Polaris when teamed with Beta Ray Bill. Another good example, Gamora with the Milano. It says equipped to Rocket and Groot, and you get this extra countdown tile and does damage. That's cute. But look at the abilities. Tell me it doesn't scream Gamora. When the supported character fires a power, there's an almost 50% chance of creating a strength blah purple strike tile. I don't care what the number is. A purple special tile gets made. If you remember, her passive states that if all the purple tiles are your special tiles, then you can instantly kill the enemy in front at the start of your turn. That's amazing. This helps you get that faster. You use her cheap stun that costs 6 blue to stun some enemies, make tiles, and then the rank 1 thing kicks in and makes another one for you. And then finally, rank 3 and 4, at the start of the battle, there's a chance to gain some black AP and some purple AP. You might have a partner that uses the purple. That's always a good thing. But she uses the black to make purple special tiles. This Milano screams Gamora, even though it has Rocket's name on it. I use Vanessa Fisk on Apocalypse. Why? Well, A, I'm not using Kingpin. Sorry, he's just not that great. He's okay. But B, rank 1 states when a friendly power is fired, and rank 3 says when the supported character fires a power. I'm not even going to go into what they do. They do some nice things, stealing AP and removing enemy special tiles. More importantly, all of Apocalypse's moves cost 7 AP. They're cheap. Cheap moves means you're triggering Vanessa Fisk very often. 15% and 28% isn't that bad when your moves cost only 7 yellow, 7 red, or 7 black. I think we've made our point. Ooh, I've been attacked. I guess I'll have to do that later. But I hope that was enlightening. You could do this any which way you want. You could really equip supports any which way, but just look at them, see what they do, spend your red ISO, and level them up. Treat them with the support they deserve, and they'll treat you back really nicely. You could do a lot of things with them and really make your life a lot easier. Make combos based around them. Sure enough, my Shuri and Heimdall combo, for example, make more fortified tiles more often than normal because of the supports I have on them. It's my meta characters that I use, the characters I use most often, I put on certain specific supports that help out with what they do normally. Not just simple Royal Talon Fighter on Okoye, but more tricky things. Like I said, Sanctum Sanctorum on iHulk to get that yellow so that Okoye can benefit from it because she's a constant teammate of his. So, go out there, run the puzzle gauntlets, use those tokens, pick up the beginner tokens out of the Spicy Vault, use them and increase your power so that you can run PvEs faster. Because at the end of the day, this is a mobile game, or Steam if you're playing on Steam, but point is, no one wants to stick here grinding out the game forever. So speed yourself up, get your supports on the right people, and you'll run a faster grind every day. So that way you can get back to, well, other games. That's about it for now. Once again, thanks for helping me hit 250 subs on YouTube. My next milestone, I guess it would be 500, but really, I'm going to be honest, I'm shooting for 1,000. YouTube makes a big deal about hitting 1,000, and I'd like to hit that. So I'm going to post this publicly to Facebook as well. Oh, hey, look at that. The wind came back. I didn't even have to work at it. Thanks again, and I'll see you next video. Bye, guys.